Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, my name's Kat and I'm just here to share all of my makeup journey with you guys on YouTube. And I'm pretty much just addicted to makeup and I figure some of you guys might be too. If you're new here, welcome. So happy to have you. If you guys are not new and you've been here since the beginning, you're the real ones. I don't know if like my last video just sort of willed this into existence, but you guys are awesome. We hit 100 subscribers. I started this thing like last March, I think it was, and I honestly didn't think like one person would want to watch me attempt to do makeup and like talk about my thoughts on it, but here we are with 100. And so, like I promised in my last video, we're gonna do a giveaway. And so if you guys stick around till a little later in the video, I'll share with you guys what you need to do to be involved in the giveaway, and I'm also gonna show you guys what one of you might actually be getting. So make sure you stick around for that. But for now, we're gonna get into talking about two new, sort of new, indie brands, because I am just on like the world's biggest indie kick, because I respect the hustle, and also I just think that their quality is honestly getting better and better to the point of where they are just destroying some of those mainstream brands out there. For today, the first one that we're going to be talking about is For Art's Sake, which I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with this brand. I haven't really heard too many people talking about them yet. I mentioned it in one of my last like new makeup releases videos, and the reason why we're talking about it today is that first I picked up a brush set from them. They're super cute. They have like 3 face brushes and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, looks like 7 eye brushes. So 10 brushes in total. Comes in this super cute pouch, and they do have them in 3 different colors. I grabbed the green ones because they just gave me nostalgia for my grandfather's house, because he had a room that had really similar green to this for some of the like countertops and things like that. So that's why I got this one. But they do also come in a really pretty like sunflower yellow and then a really nice bright orange. So if the green is not your thing, you do have 2 other color options. I did also use them today when I was creating my eye look and doing my face, and I do have some thoughts on them. I think that the 3 face brushes, I think that this one is a little bit too floofy and not quite dense enough. Like I do like for my fluffy brushes to still have a little bit of stiffness to them so I can kind of buff things out. But these 2 guys that are sort of your angled brushes worked really, really nicely for doing my bronzer and then like a little bit of contour, if we can even call what I do contour. So these 2 were awesome. And then for the eye brushes, I think it was kind of interesting. The primary blending brush that they have has a bit of an angle to it, which I thought was interesting. So I ended up, and pardon all the dog fur, because literally just having these things exist for 2 seconds outside of their packaging means that they're going to be coated in dog fur because of the poopers in the back. Falco's already woofing, so if you've got headphones on, you're probably hearing him in the background. But they do have like a smattering of different types of blending brushes. They also have a couple packing brushes. I think that the only type of brush that I'm really missing out of this set is like a very small like detail brush. You do have this guy right here that you could potentially use for detailing, and that is what I ended up using, but it's very thin. And so I tend to prefer my detailing brushes to be a bit thicker and more like a dome shape, but this one equally as effective. But I think that's probably the only brush out of this set that I was missing. Falco was not satisfied with just woofing. He now needed a beverage to clear his throat so he can really get his bark on. But in addition to the brushes, I also picked up a palette, which is what I'm wearing on my eyes. So as we are talking through my thoughts, I'm gonna have up here how I did this makeup look. But this is the palette right here. It has some really pretty shades going on. Unfortunately, the packaging is making it really hard for the camera to like show you guys. Let me see if I can pull it back. There we go. Okay, so you can see that it's got really nice yellows and oranges in the top row, then a row of greens, and then a row of blues with a little bit of a dark navy to black at the back. I was really, really pleased with how this worked. As I was putting it on, it builded up really, really well, but it started off with a bit more of almost like a watercolor type finish, which I thought was really interesting, because I can't say that it was sheer because you definitely had color coming through, but it just gave a little bit of a, like a watercolor type thing. I don't know. I haven't really seen something like that, but as you can clearly see, it builds up to just massive pigment on there if that's what you're going for. And so I essentially just went with a little bit of green on the inner corner and then blended it out to a nice deeper blue, and then added that pop of gold on my inner corner. I really enjoyed this. I think that the metallic shades, there are 3 metallic shades that you get in this one. You have a green metallic, and then a blue metallic, and a gold. And I think that of the 3, the gold is very pigmented, but the green and the blue are a bit more sheer, so I would probably just tend to use those as toppers rather than attempting to use them just on their own, because they didn't really build up to a ton of really strong shades on there. It was just a nice light shimmer on top of the matte shades that I already had on. You can also see as I'm applying the makeup that there is a little bit of fallout with the metallic shades, but not a ton, and it was really easy for me to just kind of sweep it away, and so I'm not upset about that at all. It was pretty easy to clean up, and so I wouldn't worry about that too much. And then for the matte shades, I don't think I had any fallout at all, so it turned out really, really nice for that. But really cute palette. I mean, we know I love my greens and my blues. They do also, in addition to having, I believe, like 3 other eyeshadow palettes, they have a neutral one, and then one that is a bit more of like reddish pinks, and then one that is all of your neon shades. They do also have 3 single eyeshadows that are a bit more duochrome-y, and they're loose shadows. So I grabbed the greenish, bluish, yellow shifty one, and then the greenish, purplish, yellow shift. So I figure we can swatch those real quick and see how they look. This is the first guy. Definitely seeing, oh wow, okay. I'm seeing purple in the viewfinder, but when I am holding it back here to my face, all I am seeing is golden green. So that is really, really pretty as far as duochromes go. Let's go ahead and swatch the other one, and then I will see if I can somehow get the lighting to where you guys will be able to see that a little bit better with the shift. I'm not sure how much of that is actually showing up on camera besides just the purple for you guys. But let's go ahead and jump into this bluish, greenish gold one. There's that one. Man, these are solid. I am super into multi-chromes lately, and these are pretty nice. I do think that in the pan they are a little bit dry, but once you get them on your fingers, I probably wouldn't use a brush for this. I did attempt to use one of the brushes to see if I could maybe add just a little bit of it to my eye, but I had already put mascara on, and so I didn't want to use my finger to like really mess it up. But I think that if you use your finger for these with like maybe a little bit of glitter glue underneath it, you're gonna get some solid coverage on there. These are very, very pretty. And they did have a third one. I honestly can't remember what that shade was, but there's 3 different ones that you can kind of choose from, and I mixed it together a little bit on my hand, and that is a real pretty shift. Yeah, so that is for art's sake, and part of why I wanted to bring them up today, and aside from just that I think that the packaging is kind of cool and that the colors are really pretty in the palettes, is that a percentage of each of their sales that they have gets donated to a particular art charity. And I think they have on there like that they donate to dance, artwork, painting type things, singing type charities. So they have different ones that they do each quarter. So like my purchase that I had done was that a part of it got donated to the Arts for Learning San Diego, which is one that's in particular for trying to help provide professional art instructors at different schools so that everyone can get the best type of instructing possible. And so I really, really like that they have that they donate to help support the arts, because I think that the arts are something that kind of gets tossed to the wayside. I really, really like to see that a makeup company is helping to donate some of their proceeds toward something like that. And so I just want to make sure that you guys knew that, so that in case you are someone that is interested in not only purchasing makeup, but also donating towards a good cause, there you go. For Art's Sake is one of them. And yeah, it was every quarter that they change which particular thing that they're going to be donating to. And they do also take requests. So if you happen to know of a really awesome art program that might need some funding, you can always email them and let them know, hey, here's a really awesome program to potentially consider donating to. And so I think that that is a really, really cool thing. So I wanted to share that with you guys. One last thing is that they are cruelty-free. And so if that is something that is very important to you, as it is to me, because I love animals and I hate that there are still companies out there that think it's okay for them to test on animals. But For Art's Sake is also cruelty-free. So just tossing that out there as one additional thing if you need to add any more to the list on why you would want to support this particular brand. But the other makeup brand that I wanted to talk about is Unique Beauty, and this is the 3 palettes that I got. It was a limited edition collection, and this is the summer limited edition. And so it's kind of all about fashion and trends. It's supposed to look like a magazine type book, and I thought that was really, really cute. So Unique Beauty is out of England. So I will say that the shipping took a hot minute. I ordered this, I think, in August, and I just got it like a couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago. And so it took like 2.5 months to get to me. Something to keep in mind is that the shipping can do you dirty, but after having been stationed in Germany, I am used to things sometimes taking a long time if they don't have like expedited shipping options. And honestly, I don't remember if they did have an expedited shipping option and I was just too stupid to push it. So let's also bear that in mind. This could 100% have been my own fault. So, but the thing that I like the most about this particular limited edition collection is that when you open it up, there are 3 different palettes in here, and they are all super duper cute. Since this was a limited edition one, part of why I am still talking about it, because I know that sometimes it's not cool to talk about limited edition things when you can't get them anymore, but they are coming out with their holiday limited edition, which is very similar packaging, but it is a Japan theme instead of a fashion theme. And so you can still get it. It's going to have the same type of setup on the inside with the 3 different palettes. And so I just kind of wanted to show you guys that aesthetically you can see what you would be getting. So let's go ahead and start with the first little booklet, which is the Fashionista one. Looks really cute. It honestly looks like all really cute little drawings that they have on there. And then inside, this is this palette, and it's always a combination of 3 metallics and then 3 matte shades. And each of them is going to have like a little doodad on the side, and that's the same in the Japan ones as well, that you would have a little cute little art thing on the side as well. The second one is the Girls Trip one, and this is what it looks like on the inside. And so you can definitely tell that this is a summer release one because there's just tons of bright colors, really pretty. Friday Night Lights is the last one that they had, and this is what this one looks like on the inside. So I just think that they are super duper cute. All of them say the ingredients on the back, so you don't have to worry about missing out on that if you were curious. Yeah, and so I just thought that this was a really, really cute little thing to kind of share with you guys. Honestly, I feel like indie brands, not only is the quality just getting better and better on each of the different companies that I have been testing, but the packaging is also just so much better. Like the creativity level on indie brands is chef's kiss out there, guys. Because when you look at like some of the mainstream brands and how boring and repetitive This is why you don't have your window open either. It just blows my mind because here you have companies that just have millions and millions of dollars to spend on things, and you would expect that they would be able to afford a decent marketing brand. Nope, apparently not, because they can't be bothered to push out anything but literally the same old stuff all the time. Kind of gotten to the point where I'm really bored with those, and so indie brands to me are just like, they are killing it lately. So I'm just really wanted to share that with you guys. Let's go ahead and swatch a couple just so you guys can see a little bit of the pigmentation that comes with the Unique Beauty brand. You know, so in case you guys are considering getting the Japan one that they have coming out for the holidays, you'll know kind of what you're getting. So in the Fashionista one, I'm going to swatch the gold, and I think also, you know, why don't we do this orange one, and then I'll do the turquoisey green at the top so we can kind of see a matte shade as well. The metallic shades are very soft, just FYI. So this is the matte turquoise shade Spender. And then this is the I'm Helping the Economy metallic shade. And then this is Personal Shopper. This is why we don't swatch on top of our arm hair, Cat. Jeez. So that is those three. You can see that's a decent amount of pigment for one swatch. I think that the mattes, honestly, that's decent for that as well. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Let's do a couple more on my other hand. We'll go ahead and jump into the girls trip one, and we'll do the blue Selfie, and we'll do the Passport Out, which is that maroon shade up top. Yeah, these metallics are very, very soft, so light hand with those. So this is Selfie. That is very pretty. And then this is Passport Out. It's also a pretty shade. Ooh, okay, so the Selfie shade actually, to me, looks like a bit of a duochrome shift from blue to a little bit of a yellowish green on there. So perhaps even almost a multi-chrome, which is cool. And then from the Friday Night Life, I'm trying my best not to get like color all over the white packaging. Okay, from this one, ooh, okay, we're gonna do Glam Up, which is the gold. We're gonna do Cheers Drink to That, which looks like this kind of white topper shade, and we'll do From AM to PM, which is that really nice midnight type shade. Okay, so first up is Glam Up. It's just a really nice gold. Then we have From AM to PM, which is that really nice midnight blue. That's pretty. That gold though, that is pigmented as fuck, guys. Like that is nice. All right, and then the Cheers Drink to That. All right. That is not quite as sheer as I was expecting, but still definitely a topper, but you will get a good amount of coverage with that. So those are really, really nice. And I know that we can't base everything on swatches, but I think that if the swatches already are turning out pretty nice, I think that's a good sign. So I am very pleased with the quality of these. Yeah, I would definitely recommend if you guys liked what you saw as far as the aesthetic goes of the packaging. I believe that they had I remember that one of the 3 palettes in the Japan one was focused around Japanese cherry blossoms, and so it had more of your pinks to kind of cranberry red shades on it, which was really, really pretty. And I don't remember what the other 2 were themed as, but also very, very nice. And so you're going to end up getting that same 3 metallics and then 3 matte shades, so you can have a really nice mix of all of them. Okay, now I'm sure all of you guys are just waiting with bated breath to find out how this giveaway is gonna work to celebrate having 100 subscribers. I don't know what y'all are thinking by following me, but I really, really appreciate it. So because today's video was all about indie brands and kind of talking about how awesome they are, I did want this giveaway to be a little bit more indie brand themed. The first thing that I'm going to give you guys is a mini base blue sponge. And it comes in really cute packaging. That's one of the things about Base Blue, is that they have like the cutest packaging for all of their stuff ever. And it's essentially a company that has sponges and then makeup brushes. And so this is one of the little sponges. The makeup brushes that they have these adorable little caps that go on top of them. And so I have one of those as a face brush as well. And like, not only is the packaging really, really cute, but the quality is also awesome. I have several of these sponges myself in all different sizes, but I figure you can never have have too many of them. And so I thought if you guys haven't checked out Base Blue yet, here's a perfect way for you to test it out. So you're gonna be getting a little sponge. And so there's really only one thing that's not coming from a newer indie brand, and that is going to be from Mud Masky. This is a specialized series. It's a blue light protection mask that looks like this. And I figure with the amount of people that are having to telework from home these days, that having moisturizer that you can put on that specifically is designed to help protect from blue lights from computer screens, laptops, your phones, televisions, whatever. I thought that would be something really good to kind of include in there, just so that way you guys can take care of your skin while we're dealing with all of this garbage that is going on. And then from Spoiled Lips, which is another company that is from the UK, you're going to be getting a liquid lipstick in the shade Cupid. And so I will just show you guys what that shade looks like. Just a really pretty light pink. And that is the packaging. And then the big part of the giveaway is that I am going to be giving you guys 4 single shadows from JD Glow. This is all 4 of them. So what we have are 2 different shades of gold. So that is these 2. There you go. You have a little bit of a lighter shade and then a darker shade. So this one is Hey Poppy, and then this one is Henny. And let me go ahead and swatch those, because in my JD Glow collection, I have all 4 of these, and so I will be able to swatch them for you guys. So first one up that we have is going to be Hey Poppy, and that is this guy right here. Just a very nice kind of chromed out gold. And then Henny is going to be your deeper, more coppery gold. And that guy looks like this. So you can definitely tell that even though in the packaging they look kind of similar to each other, once you actually put them on, they are very different shades of gold. And these are easily 2 of my favorite colors from JD Glow, and so I really wanted you guys to have something cool. Then the next one is this pink shade Sin, which does have a little bit of a duochrome type shift between pink and gold. Looks like this. So you can see really pretty pink with some orangish gold shift. And that one is a little bit more sheer, but still pigmented enough that you could either use it as a topper or on its own. And then the final shade is Insane, which is this purple to blue duochrome. And that guy looks like this. Also a little bit more sheer, but definitely has a decent enough amount of pigment that's same as with the pink shade. You can either choose to use it on its own or on top. I personally like using it on top of some of my purple shades, or if I have a blue and I want to bring out a little bit more of the warm tones of the blue, I'll put it on top of that, because it doesn't change the blue tone that much, because there is that purplish blue shift on there with a little bit of pink in it, and so all that it does is it just kind of warms it up a little bit more, and so I really enjoy doing that. So that is what you guys are going to be getting in the giveaway if you win. I hope you guys like it. I really wanted this to be indie brand themed, but because of it being indie brand themed, they can be a little bit more pricey. So that's why we had to keep it with just a few items that you guys are getting, but I really hope that you like it. And so now let's talk real quick about what you need to do to enter. So you do need to be subscribed to my channel, because my subscribers are my family. You guys are awesome, and you guys are the ones that I'm wanting to give back to. So you do need to be subscribed. I would like for you guys to also drop in the comments down below what your indie brand is that is your absolute favorite, just so that I can kind of learn a little bit more about you guys, what you guys like and don't like, so that maybe in the future I could feature one of the brands that is your favorite and do some talking about what they have to offer. So let me know in the comments down below what your favorite indie brand is, and then so that I can actually get a hold of you guys, I need for you guys to also follow me on Instagram, and it's literally the same thing as my YouTube channel. It's just Beauty Jacked, and so I will link all of the details down below in the description so you guys can do that. You don't need to comment on my Instagram at all or anything like that, but just follow me so that way I have a way of reaching out to you. Because otherwise it can take me a minute to try and get a hold of you guys, and that's thanks to YouTube not really having any way of just directly messaging somebody without like talking in the comments. So yeah, that is it. Oh, and you do need to be at least 18. Sorry. But as far as if you are in a different country or not, that's completely fine. I have no problem with doing international shipping. No big deal. But yeah, that is it. So one more time, real quick, you need to be subscribed to my YouTube and to follow my Instagram, and then drop in the comments down below what your favorite indie brand is. And yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much. I'm honestly blown away. I know that to a lot of people, 100 subscribers is like literally nothing because honestly it is tiny, but to me, I really didn't expect anybody to want to listen to me talk about makeup. And so the fact that you guys are here and you're engaging with me and listening to me, you have no idea how much that means. And so I just really want to thank you guys. And so yeah, that is my video. Make sure that you guys check out For Art's Sake, especially. I mean, Unique Beauty is super cool with their packaging, but For Art's Sake, really, if you guys are looking to support a makeup brand that gives back to the community, they are the one to do it with. And so I would highly recommend that you guys check them out. Other than that, like this video if you liked it and you're hoping that you win. But other than that, that is it for today's video, you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, and just go out and have a good one.